Hello, everybody. This is Jan, and I'm laughing because this is the third time that I have begun this video, and the phone rings, the buzzer downstairs. It's so funny, but I'm going to get through it this time. Perseverance. Okay, so there's two streams of thought. And again, I'm repeating this for the third time, so I know what I'm talking about at this point. Number one, we think when we get to a certain point in our spiritual awakening that everything is hunky-dory. Well, they say that the Creator in Jesus, who was the Creator being here representing the divine source here on earth, that Jesus' heart was so huge, he could feel the sadness of a child miles away. He could feel the grief of a new mother who lost her child. He could feel and sense everything. And so how do you get used to this? You breathe and you accept and you let it flow through you. You don't let the emotions and the sadness of life get stuck. You get stronger and you get brighter and more empowered as you see causative factors causing things and make new choices, which is the second reading we'll get to about not referencing our lives from the past, but being on this platform and choosing and moving forward. But first I want to finish this thought, this beautiful writing about being in this open-hearted, loving, what they used to call an ascended state, and now we're going to call it a state of presence. Okay, so this writing is by a person called Matt Licata. Here we go. You wondered if, as you healed, if as you awakened you would feel less, but you are seeing that love continues to ask you to feel more. There was an idea that as your heart opened, you would be less vulnerable, less naked, and less exposed. But you are more raw and tender now than you have ever been. That heart just keeps opening and letting more in. You wondered if, as you transformed and stepped fully into the here and now, you would be more detached, not care quite so much, and rest as the witness of your life from beyond it all. But alas, you care so much, you are burning up inside. You know that things will never be the same, but you still don't know what is coming next or even where you are, or what is truly being asked of you. This unknowing, groundless ground is your home now, and the intelligence and creativity here can feel unbearable. You are being guided by the unseen, the unheard, and the unknown, but this guidance is occurring outside the dense environment of your mind. You are unable any longer to find any sort of reference point from which to orient. So look carefully and stay very close, for this is called sacred disorientation. Colors, the fragrances, the sounds of the phenomenal world is almost too much. The purples, the blues, the rose, the birdsong, they have arrived from the other world. It feels as if you allowed the beloved fully inside of you, that you would fall to the ground in pure astonishment. Yet, we long for him or her to fill us. As we look up into the morning sky, or into the vastness of dusk, we can't help but notice that things are colored by a certain tinge of sadness. But this is not the sadness of the mind where there's something missing. It is the sadness which is pouring out of your overflowing heart. I think that the author means that the withholding of source in everything, in separation, causes a sadness that there has to be this longing. So this sadness is your only yoga now. You are willing to give your heart to others and to this world, for you are seeing that this is why you have come here. Somehow, by some outrageous grace, the dream of postponement has come to an end, and you are here now. This is a sacred disorientation excerpted from a Healing Loving Space blog. And so I just want to make sure who really wrote this. I think it is so wonderful and so powerful. Healing Space blog, a loving healing space .blogspot.com. And this was a writing for September 10th. And it doesn't really say exactly who wrote it, but it was posted by Matt Licata onto Facebook. So I think that said very eloquently what we experience as we expand, and why great leaders and great spiritualists have a room in their heart for every experience. In every new experience, the heart has an endless cellular energetic ability to expand into infinity. So sometimes when we have a heartbreak or a great loss of a partner, that partner has been taking up a whole bunch of space in our heart, and we focus on that partner, their well-being. I'm happy if they're here. And that being is taken away so that we can then have room and let the whole world in. I've had that experience myself twice, where I have had an ascended master come and tell me, Jan, you've been clogging up your heart and focusing too much on one or two humans, and you must bring all beings, all love, because then as you extend and you have connection and feeling for every living being on this planet, you can bring through divine energies and circulate that out to everything. You're going from a binary system into a multidimensionary, from loving just one person to loving and caring about everything. And the more of us that do this, people who love and care about everything deeply, will send love out and recreate a new reality. Now, speaking of, I told you we'd go back to another reading, and this one is Abraham Hicks. And this is important because we often reference everything from the same story, the same platform. This is my life, this is me. And so I want to say, this saying will help you stop and think. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you're continually regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. So, as we are working to become the expanded beings in the presence of what is, there's only one way to get there, and that's to stop living in the past. You have to be willing to be on that platform and to let it burn, to let it drop out, and be suspended in a trusting way, connected with Source, letting your 0 points mindlessly, without your mind, connect to the grid of all that is, so that you are indeed present. You can't count on the old traditional platform in your story to hold you, because they're holding you back now. You're here as a change agent. You must let that burn away. You must go through the period of, what's coming? What's coming is, I'll tell you, it's unpredictable. Tell you what's coming is new. And as we rewrite our story, you'll be surprised when you're working with divine law and with divine energy intentions, more good things will come your way. And I'll give you an example. I've been, in my human design system, it always says that I'm the type of person who can't invite herself. I must be invited, which means there's alignment and the vibration is asked for, and there's the match. The minute I try to put myself in there, Other types of beings can, but my energetic system that I was born with, I must be invited. So I said, I don't want to wait around and be invited. I actually said, I'm invited everywhere. Only in my mindset is there a limit. So once I changed that, I started thinking, I'm welcomed everywhere. There's no door shut to me, and I choose which invitations. And so this morning on my morning walk, I passed one of my favorite restaurants here in Nevada City, and I saw friends in there in my mind having breakfast, and I said, oh, I hope I'm invited. Okay, then I get a little text a little while later, would you like to come to Ike's and have breakfast with me and my friends? So, by me being aligned and wanting to experience something new, not waiting to always be invited because I was told that, no, I want to rewrite that story. Burn that up, gave a new story, I'm invited everywhere. Everybody loves me, and I decide which doors to go through by depending on how I feel when I get there, or if that door is what I want. So think about your life and think about what your platform is that has kept you feeling safe, but is actually limiting you. Like for me, not being invited because I said, well, I always have to wait. No. Now I'm making an assumption I'm welcome everywhere, and that has changed my experience. And I had the universe show me within it, it was within an hour when I made that proclamation to the universe, I'm invited everywhere, that I, in fact, walked past a restaurant, wanted to be invited, saw my friends there in my mind, not real time, and then got the text and made it happen. So I hope that helps you see the thread of logic that I'm bringing today of real change, real presence, and letting go of that platform of the past, of limitation, and having calm and trusting that the right things will come, like my invitation for breakfast. So that's the thread that holds it all together. Have a great week, and blessings on the membership circle. Bye-bye.